not sure if Kadeem joined or not, but maybe we can get started and then just fill him in as we go.
Bet.
We heard the song, by the way. We listened to it. It's so good.
Yeah.
I love it.
Hey, we got some more coming. We got some shit this time.
I can't wait.
Fire.
You know, this is a safe space, so I'm gonna say I've worked a lot of like terrible music, and I'm so excited. Like, so excited to be a part of something that like I would listen to in my free time. Because I work in sales, so I have to sell it to people. And
it's hard to pitch some shit you really don't like.
I know, so like, this is great, guys. You should put on all the playlists.
Right.
I have to like put my name attached to it and pitch it, and
No, for real. Yeah. No, we got some more shit. Each of the singles too is like their own vibe. They're all different, and I feel like they can land in different playlists. Like the single after this one, we finna get them all uploaded, but I feel like we could hit a lot more of the country playlist because it's a completely different sound. Like this first one is more pop, the next one is more country, the third one is like R&B and hip hop. So I feel like we can really target different playlists and areas with them.
For sure. And I'd love to know what your like goals are for each one, just so I can know where you envision the songs to. Like if you have a specific playlist, like this is like my goal for this song. Like I just love to know that. I'm not like guaranteeing it, but I just want to know.
Yeah, no, I'm really like expectationless. Like I really I put out so many songs. I really let the music just kind of speak and grow. Like I said, with each genre, I would love to see them land in places untraditional. It's like we know we could do all the rap shit, but I don't want to be limited to that. Like I don't want to just be on the fucking the sports playlist and the hip. I love that too, but to see one of these, like I say, like the country track land in country playlists and be in the mix of other country songs would be really dope to witness and experience for us. So just my only goal is for it to be spread and kind of.
I think it's being delivered like each single as its own product, or is it like part of the album? Like how are we doing that?
We're going to deliver the singles first, but they're all going into the one album.
Okay, but they'll be like standalone singles first.
Yep.
Okay, and then we can deliver those as whatever genre you want to list. But then the project will have to be like, you can list sub-genres on the back end, but there'll be one that is like what, like if you go to Apple, it says the genre at the top. So we'll have to choose for the project for what you want it to be.
Figure that out. I'm gonna, once I submit the singles, I'll send you guys a listen link for the project, and maybe y'all could kind of help with that because I'm really trying to. I don't know what genre this project is, honestly.
No, we can definitely brainstorm on that because we might have to put it as like alternative, which has a lot of meanings. It doesn't just mean like it just means like it's different, I guess. So we'll see. Let's see what we think once we have the whole project.
Likewise. So I think the basis of the call is kind of getting aligned on figuring out as we're uploading these singles, the dates on them, kind of your expectations, and then going from there. And I think one thing to bring up too is, hey, are we going to do like an instant grab for it once we get some of the singles up and we get closer to the album? But I think the bigger question would be, are these dates flexible that Kadeem sent over for the singles?
How flexible do you need it to be?
Enough to where we can pitch them properly. And I would say ideally 3 weeks. That way it allows Anna and Claudia and the rest of the team to pitch to these editors in due time.
Like 3 weeks between each?
2 weeks in between each if possible to let them breathe, but 3 weeks in advance when you submit.
Like from now. Like 3 weeks from now, if we could have that be the first single date.
So instead of, hold on.
Because I think we originally had caught in my head 8/2, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
And if we could get that to like 8/23, that would be like we would feel very comfortable with pitching and landing things.
So if we do 8/23, see, I wanted this album to come out 8/30 because we're about to do Tiny Desk, and I feel like that would be. It's
that's like, huge. Do you know when you're doing that?
On the 9th of September, so that's like a perfect redirect. Unless we drop the album, whenever the Tiny Desk drops, we could kind of reserve it for that.
Ideal.
Only thing is,
the Tiny Desk might take like a week or two for them to edit anyway.
Yeah, and I told them we could hold. Only thing, like, I was going to originally drop this project on my birthday, which is October 6th, which would give us a lot of time. But in between that, I would be dropping shit because I don't, you know, I like to feed my base and just kind of take care of them and keep pushing content. So it wouldn't, you know, that's why we're trying to get it out earlier, because we really love these songs, and it's like the world needs to hear these. And if we wait another 3 months,
and I told them on the call the other day, we could make 816 happen too, Kyrie. So
we can do 816 and then drop every 2 weeks up until then. I think you had 1, 2, 3, 4 singles in that album, so that still might push us to that end of September, if that's okay. Or if we need to flex the album, maybe to drop a little bit early to around Tiny Desk, I feel like that would be ideal too. So you got something dropping.
My only thing with, like, when we wait 3 months, like the last album we just dropped the album about 2 or 3 weeks ago, right? We had that shit done months ago, content done. So it's like once it dropped, we already like we working on other shit because we waited so long. It's no longer like this big fad and moment for us because we're like, we live in real life, so we're actively moving. So it's like I don't want the project to come. Like, I'm super excited about all the songs now, but in 2-3 months I'm probably going to be doing hella new shit. You know, I make so much.
No, don't say 2-3 months now. Come on now. We're going like mid-September at the latest.
Nigga, that's 2 months.
What's the idea? What's the latest? And then we can work back from that. Just so that way we can at least try to land some of these on bigger playlists and be able to hit the algorithmic playlists and those kind of things that build the audience. Especially with it being like different genre specific singles.
You did it
for like, the birthday one.
No, not for the birthday one, but for like Tiny Desk. Because it's like your base lives in real time anyway, so they'll be like receiving footage and all of the information around you doing Tiny Desk at that time, so it'll still feel like a moment to your base.
If we push it to October, Tiny Desk a whole, and not drop the Tiny Desk till then, because then it could drop on album date too, and we kind of push around it. It's just like that.
Why don't you just release something before then? So that way you're still.
But you guys don't want. But y'all don't want releases. Say what?
Don't forget don't forget you can drop before we start doing this stuff again too. If you wanted to drop again. Like on your own.
But after that first single, y'all want that open space for this. But
Kyrie, Anna, how y'all feel about that? It might.
You mean if he just wants to put out something on 8-2? And
like in between, like say for instance, we drop a single and then in between we got time. I mean, we wouldn't want him dropping a whole bunch of stuff, but I mean, if we pushing all of this back and it give him another couple weeks to drop another record of what we want to do, I know that's fine. But
you're talking about something that's not going to be on the project or something that's
it'll
just
be something not on
shit.
the project.
Okay.
Like he's talking about, he'll be dropping something first before we even get into this rollout.
Just to like get the algorithm going and everything.
Yeah, just feeding our base. Like we got hella dope shit that we've been
like
making.
That's fine because it gives us time. You drop something now that might give us 2-3 weeks to get this first single up. Then you already know you got something coming, and it's back to back at that point.
Okay, so if we do, you said first single. What date was you looking at?
Yeah. 16.
I was saying
No, give me the dates that y'all are like, no, this date we could for sure do our shit.
Be honest with them. Let's be honest.
Let's for real.
I think that 8-16 gives us enough time, but everyone else on the call was like, no, we need the 23rd. And in my mind, I'm like, that's so far away, you know? So,
go 16 because we'll be having motion.
Yeah, I think that gives us enough time.
We'll do our job.
Because to me, I'm like, I know that Gabby loves to say 4 weeks, but like, and you want to set it up properly, but that 3 weeks gives us enough time, and people don't even have the attention span. If I tell them something's coming like 8/23, they're like, cool, hit me later when it's close to that date. There's so much shit coming between now and then. It's like, people don't, you know, like.
So let's lock in 16th for the first one.
And then you said from that first single, like every 2 weeks.
Yep, and it's 4 singles, right?
That puts you right.
So 16, and then that's what 9/6, and then 9/20, and then album. Yeah, 10/6. Or we can do 10/4 because it's a Friday. Then we could do 10. Oh, y'all prefer Friday releases too? Or can I release on my birthday?
You can do off cycle.
Yeah.
Just the playlisting support doesn't come until a Friday, but you can totally do off cycle.
So we did 920, 8, 16, 9, 6, 9, 20, and then album 10, 6. So if we do that,
we could do the 30th if you want.
That is a holiday weekend, just so y'all know.
Which one?
The 30th is Labor Day.
Labor Day weekend.
ain't nobody. Yeah.
Fine, but I just meant like.
Oh,
for me,
like
it's
they
just
might
for
be
a
off.
thing. It doesn't like no people still do their playlists, but
That would be the country
people
song.
don't check for like new. Okay, people aren't always on holiday weekends, like Memorial Day. I feel like people want to listen to like nostalgic shit. They're not like necessarily checking for new music. I think of like barbecues and like people are gonna put on like I feel like old shit. I don't know if that's science, you guys, but like
No, I agree. You're not gonna play some new shit at the family barbecue because you don't know.
If that shit hidden,
no.
If it's hidden, no.
If it's hidden though,
yeah.
It's like what?
I think
so. It maybe off cycle and then what you think? Oh Jesus! Think about 26.
Yeah. No, I think I'm looking at 8, 16, 9, 6, 9, 20, and then album on my birthday.
That's even better to let it breathe a little in between. I like that.
Wait, what dates did you put down just to make sure we're all aligned? I'm taking notes.
Only thing. It's so much time in between.
Hey, can you
like
go over the dates for Mike?
Yeah. Can you go over the dates just real quick? I just want to make sure they align because I'm taking notes on this too to make sure we all on the same page.
8/16 first single, 9/6 second single, 9/20 third single, 10/6 album. The only thing is it's so much time and I get antsy and I just be wanting to like drop shit and get music out that I love, so but if y'all feel like this like gives y'all the full capability to do an excellent job, I just don't want to wait this amount of time and then we're at the end and it's like I don't know if that was like 3 months worth of result,
What were you thinking before that? You ideally wanted 8/2 and then
it was gonna drop 8. Right? It was gonna drop 8:30. Like the album originally, it was gonna be single.
Yeah, but 8/2 for the first single, and
why
like every week. Okay.
Why is it why is there a 2-week gap in between? Like, can
so
they
each one could be worked?
Could they do every single like every other week?
Just so that we could be able to work it, let people get a feel for the song, do the social media stuff that we need to do, as well as give it like an extra week for the pitching and stuff. Because you can't pitch the same week right after back.
Yeah, you can't pitch. So if we switch the song, then we don't even get an opportunity to pitch week over week for the first single week. We have to immediately go to the second single, which would kill the first single.
Okay.
Exactly. And
but these things are living in different playlists.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah. And so mostly I'm picturing the other different people.
They're different genres.
Yeah, that's where you kind of winning it on that side. Now, Anna, if you, I'm trusting your judgment on that one.
Yeah. I mean, I still like what like Kyrie and Mike were saying to let it breathe a little in between. Like, I don't like every week. I get why you would like that momentum, but I think that like Kyrie was saying, like, letting people sit with it a little bit and
2 weeks is gonna feel like a week.
Yeah.
Once you can actually get proper movement, especially with the different genres, 2 weeks is gonna feel like you're still dropping like way more than anybody else.
I could I'm okay with this. I'm just gonna drop shit before that 8/16 and I'll just work catalog and tease records between this time. But if something goes, like if we tease a record and it moves, I'm gonna drop it. And it's like, I'm not expecting you guys to work that record, because that'd be separate from this project.
We've rushed, like Gabby said, we rush stuff all the time, but we just want to because your music is so good, really set it up properly and give it but if you're anxious and we have to rush something up last minute, it doesn't mean we're not going to work it. Mm-hmm. It'll just look a little differently.
I think this current timeline worked because, I'm just what is realistically results wise with these 3 months, we feel confident. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I think that like when you have the lead time, for example, like, you know, when you see the out of home looks, like Spotify has like the billboard in Times Square, YouTube has one, Pandora has one, they all have one. But we need a lead time to talk about it, to like send them the songs. They sit with it. Like they lock that in. It's definitely at least 2 to 3 weeks before. So if we rush something and we're like, hey, like, you know, there's people that have had their shit set up properly that are already like, have those looks locked in. So we want to get you those bigger looks, you know? Different like marketing things that the platforms do, you know, like push notifications or banners or, you know, just things that take a little bit longer to pitch and lock in. So that's why we want the lead time. And then as far as like other marketing goes and seeding and stuff like that, Kyrie and Mike can talk about that. For DSPs, it is just helpful to have that lead time.
Are there visuals with each single?
Yeah, we've been shooting all this week. We got editorial packs coming and visuals and everything. So yeah, we've been using this week to build that asset folder.
Other than that, I think we're pretty solid on release dates and stuff. Now it's just a matter of once we start getting a rollout, we can figure out, hey, what content do we have? How do we want to allocate budget towards getting that stuff out? And coming up with more of a precise marketing plan for the stuff.
Okay. Just final confirmation on dates. 8/16, 9/6, 9/20, album 10/6.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which one is your birthday?
Huh?
Which date is your birthday?
10/6, right?
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Great.
Also,
And the goal was to release Tiny Desk somewhere around that time, right?
Yep. Bet. All right.
Yeah.
So we'll
We'll start the
get
group
to
text.
it. Perfect. Yep. And I'll drop the listen link in there.
Okay.
Perfect.